Good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. You could see we changed slightly of the technical background that we have here, and we are using one of the latest OBS, removing the green screen, so you can see it's pretty much similar to what we normally get on the Zoom. So this week we have seen last Friday the long weekend which we have for the Thanksgiving that we saw in US. So the market was a bit muted, but no doubt before the market closes, before the Thanksgiving, we have a nice rally in there. But since then, for the US market, especially this morning, we were talking about SmartRobie, US market has sort of tapered off. So where are we heading into for the coming week that we have here? Okay, so this is something that we want to be talking about. Let's switch on to the screen that we have in here. So the US market breakfast show, and of course you will see on top of me here, let me switch to a wider chart, just before the market turned green Pentagon on 1st of November, and today is the 27th, and it's been up since the last 3 weeks that we've seen in here. So let's see whether this is likely to extend into the December month. And thank you for coming. For those of you who are interested in the US SmartRobie market, definitely the December and November month is going to be the very interesting one. Now, first thing first, you will notice that we have a couple of upthrust that you see on my chart here on the left hand side of the screen. It started to take out by this bar on the 20th of November, which is just before the Thanksgiving on the 24th. Today's 27th, and the green Pentagon for the US market has been almost running for 2 weeks. World December rally extended again, and we have talked about the month of December has always been traditionally one of the strong rally season, as we see the Christmas too. We also review some the stock FA collection and some of the stage 2 shares that we have for you in here. And of course, those of you who are beginner for the US market might want to look at some of the so-called more dividend paying, but do take note, some of them are unknown to many of our Malaysians. So it's important that you check out the trading wheel, learn more about the company background and also the company, what they are doing in here. And of course, SmartRobie again is powered by Pentagon Guider, which is the creator of the trade VSE in here. Now, the week before we were talking about this stock. Let me just bring this up here. And one of the rally, okay, we have a rally here from the green Pentagon from the 15th of November, was this stock here, Roblox, Square, DraftKings and Coinbase. Okay, so we have Lily, and the didn't go so well one was Lily, and I think this is travel insurance. Excuse me. So we just take a look at Square. When Square first turned green Pentagon, right? Important, you can see the green Pentagon actually turned here. But what was important, we can see there is always we talk about. That's what I always try to share with the audience here. Those of you listening, we want to see a stage 1 accumulation. Okay, stage 1 accumulation, like here, if we draw the lines here, this is a stage 1, and then you get a stage 2. All right, so this has always been the setup of all those uptrend stocks. When you have a double bottom here, okay, so that's good too, a double bottom. And then what we want to look for? Okay, we want to look for SOS. Did we see spring here? Yes. We see a bit of test here, and then there's a line change here, right? And we also take out of the upthrust. That's how the market go. So the SOS, then followed by more SOS, and then we lead to a stage 2. All right, so keep that in mind. That would always be the kind of setup that you usually see before the market moves higher, and it's important that you learn this and put this in your stride. Okay, now going forward, what are the news that really driving the market? One of them is the Bitcoin that we have seen. Let me just switch this again, laser pointer, that the rally has rallied almost to 18-month high. 40,000 is at sight. I think now it's 37,000. So that's one. So that will also lead to likelihood of no interest rate rise that we are seeing currently right now. where not at least 2023, and there is talk about interest rate will be cut in the first quarter of 2024, which actually will lead to higher rally. And then I've talked about the presidential election, which check it out, some of my YouTube posts, which we actually make it shorter for you. We started with that trend now. If you like that, do give us a feedback on some of the video that we have done previously. We'll chop it out into smaller segments so you can take it like a bitwise and also understand the bullishness behind it. And not to forget, it's also the stock market had a wonderful Thanksgiving. So it's time to celebrate Christmas, right? So the Christmas comes in and people are going to the Black Friday buying, and that's also extend over to the Cyber Monday too, which we're getting this week. So that is maintaining the kind of rally. But for the Malaysian market, yet to be seen. This morning, if you have checked out the KLSE, it's pretty muted in here, waiting for some sort of rally coming in for our market. So let's take a look at the 3 month, what we have so far in terms of the sector. It's important to look at the sector. Now, previously 3 month, we have seen the XL, let me just grab the pen again. We have seen the XLE, which is the energy sectors. So energy sectors has taken into a negative territory, with the current ceasefire between the Hamas and Israel. So a lot of the energy sector has taken a backstop. What has come up is the K and the C. Okay, so you can see the K is the tech sector and the C is the communication. So communications are like your Netflix, I think Amazon is in there. NDX is, I believe, is the Nasdaq, which is up. For finance is up. This is S&P 500, industrial, the Dow Jones, okay, and XYL, I can't remember, the communication, utilities. Y is consumer, that's right, consumer. The other one is take note of the semiconductors, okay, there's one semiconductors which is doing quite well. That's the one you want to be looking at too for the sectors, which I'll share with you shortly in this next slide here. So from our VSA 360, you could see XLU utility started to turn green Pentagon, right? XLK turned only from the 1st of September. You can see here, 1st of September they turned. Finance was also on the 1st of November. 1st of November, they did turn from then onwards in here. So this one hasn't been updated yet. We will see that get updated too. So the semiconductors actually just slightly below here. Apparently I didn't crop it up here. So we'll check out the VSA 360 for that one. The real estate is still red Pentagon. All right, you can refer back to the previous slides to look at technologies, finance, and semiconductors. That would be my more favorable pick for that one. Okay. Oh no, this was on the 2nd of November. Okay, that's the reason why I share it with you, because I did mention the policy interest rate will push to turn green Pentagon for tech and GI. So if you go back to now, yes, 24th, that's right, because I was looking at the previous slide that we have. 24th of November, you can see technology has gone up by 10%, and 2nd of November was previously what we talked about, and since then you could see also semiconductors has gone up by 9% here, right? Technology, finance has gone up too. The energy sectors and consumer discretion all has done pretty well and been up almost 23 or 24 trading days. All right, if you like what you see and enjoy this educational program on the US SmartRobie, do give us a thumbs up in here. All right, so my take in the coming this week, the tech sectors will likely to pause, waiting for another catalyst. Right, there is still talk about the October CPI figures, which should be out I think this week in here. So we have to see what's going to be likely to happen, right? Whether there is trending downwards, like what we see here, the inflation. You can see inflation coming down, and then the market pause and then come back down, which is really good. If it stay below the 3.3 for the November, and that will trigger another nice rally for the December, because the Black Friday shopper set an online record again. So a lot of talk about recession and slowdown, but we are not seeing that happening in the US sector. So on the Black Friday, the big spending that we still continue to see will also push up this market too, which is very, very good in my opinion too. Now let's take a look at the US market, switching to a wider chart here. Right. So what we have is the KLCI, no, not KLCI. The Dow Jones is looking rather toppish right now. You can see from this point that is all resistance that we have here. So usually when we get the old high on the left hand side of the chart, just take note that market will tend to pause, move sideways or hit up. The positive thing, let me just switch to a pen first. It's above the 200 day. This is a 200 day here. It's only up slightly about 5% so far. Okay, compared to Nasdaq, which is 40%. Looking to test the 36,000K here, which is this level in here. Right. So if you look from here, the trend still heading up. So it's going to be testing here. This is likely to happen in December. Okay, 2023. December 2023 is likely to happen. So that's the one we want to be looking at. The railway track has crossed up, as we said before here, 20 and 40 crossing up, and it's marching higher, but the only concern is the lowering of the volume. So you can see if the volume is lowering in here, usually it could be some sort of distribution. But right now, what we have for the December still looking strong, right? Strength, we did have strength because it overtook the upthrust here. You can see here, this was the upthrust, and it overtakes in here, that's actually stronger strength. And it's very similar also for the Nasdaq 100. Excuse me. It broke through the 1560 resistance here. That's the one, 1560. Broke through it, railway track crossing in here. So the railway track strengthened up, so that means it's continuing to go higher up. And if you see that similar thing, overtake the upthrust, but there's one more upthrust came out here and then market turn. So you need another one to break out to be more convincing in here. So we have one, probably we get another one. If you get another upthrust here and the market goes sideways, that means December may not see the kind of rally. Probably see end of December may look at that. So meanwhile for Nasdaq, it paused slightly. It's been up very, very high since in here due to the scenario where Sam Altman was fired from OpenAI for his comment and then later rehired back. So that was what caused it, and Microsoft benefited from that. Now if you look in the S&P 500 movement, again very similar. It was range wise, broke through, right, looking toppish or so, but it's looking pretty good for the S&P 500. S&P 500 only run about 19%, okay, and you notice the Dow Jones is about 5% and the Nasdaq is 40%. So having said that, you know, that's why we see that Dow Jones can run a bit more, and S&P is almost there. Nasdaq is a bit high, so Nasdaq can pull back because of the 40% in here. Again, it break through the upthrust here, similar by what we saw for Nasdaq, and also S&P 500, and also above the 200-day moving average. Now S&P 500, it is the 500 topmost market cap company, one of the strongest in the US market. Now looking into the stage 2 shares, right? Stage 2 shares are the what we call continuing of an uptrend, which is what we are looking for. So if you look at last week, last episode actually, on the 4th of November, because we do this every 2 weeks, right, and then rotate to the Malaysian market, we have Amazon. So let's look at Amazon. All since last week. One more time. Switch to a wider chart here, you can see better. Switch to a 1 month chart. So you can see on the 4th of November was this one here, yeah, just here, that's 6/4. So the market continued to march up higher. Looking at the chart on the left hand side, so that's pretty good. T-Mobile, that's T-Mobile, like our DG. All the technology stock done pretty well. Okay, so let's check this out. switch to 1 month chart here, and all you can see here, the 4th of November continued to much higher. Intel, and looking at Intel, Lockheed Martin, all done pretty well too. Okay, Intel was one of the big winner here. You can see on the 4th of November, right, just turned green Pentagon, as I said before, those of you who came on the last channel in here. Yep, Kevin, I will comment on IVZ, sure, thank you. And then the market started to break out for Intel, okay? So that's usually the chart is going up. You can check out the rest in here. So for this episode, we have AMD, okay, but AMD has moved up a lot, okay? This is why I talk about the semiconductors, and I've given you the preview of where likelihood the market is. There will be a little bit of profit taking coming in. Boeings are nice there, and I never know, a Ferrari is called Race, and those are really pushing up a lot. You can see AMD coming out from a low base here. On the 4th of November, it started to push up, and still on a nice uptrend here. Looking at Race, which is Ferrari. So if you can't find a stock code, just type Race. You can still find it here. Hit that one, Race. You can see, oh, that one really moved up nicely, isn't it? Race. 4th of November, still up 360 US dollar in here. So those are your stage 1 shares. You can check out the others too, all right, the Pentagon shares. So don't forget, you can also subscribe to our newsletter daily for a lot of the news that we have. So a public announcement for our Muslim friends. Do you know that you can obtain the Shara US shares by going to wahid.com/my halal stocks? They have about 200 of those part of the ETF, make up the Wahid 220 in here. So once you get to the website, go over to the bottom right hand side, click on the holdings, and you'll get an Excel spreadsheet like what you saw just now, and check out, and those will ensure that the stocks that you have will definitely be halal. Okay, so let's look at the Robie FA stocks, which is the do pay dividend. And last week we are looking at FTNT, right, which is a cyber security, and also Fox, a channel. So first one is Fox. Fox was around 27. Did push up, but still holding up pretty much in here. Again, this is communication, holding up its level. It didn't go up that much. Next one is FTNT, a cyber security company. You can see around the, just above the $57. It came below lower. Actually, it did went up 57 on 8th October. Let me see this one here, right? This was 4th of November. Was around 57. Eventually it closed back 53. The market actually came up because of the bad expected, but it's still nice on the uptrend here. Okay. So this week, 27th of November, we are looking at VIRT. Okay, and how do I get that? You can see back to the main menu, go to Robie FA collection here. You can see VIRT, and check out the stock fundamental first. Just turn green Pentagon expanded, perfect. PE of 10 times with a rating of 7, dividend paying a 5% dividend with the ROE of 18.65. That's a pretty strong one here. Basically, they are stock exchange, so you can go and check out the website and find out more. Some of these are really, but it's trading around $18, so take it as trading stocks, right? PE is pretty good. You can check out in here, and also stocks has a potential upside of 41.2% based on the target price that we have calculated by SmartRobie in here. Okay, so our unique proposition for Pentagon Guider has always been our up and down signal, which you can use it as your buy market timing, especially those of you who are lagging in here. All right, don't forget, you can use the Pentagon Guider alert, set up the watch list, any of the US S&P stocks, put it in there. When there's a green or red Pentagon, use this to your advantages, right? Just like we have it in our portfolio, mixing them with our KLSE, the Singapore side, and so forth. So you'll get alert on your dashboard, or when you log into the apps there, and also your pre-notification on your mobile phone. Use that one too. Okay, SmartRobie every 2nd and 4th Monday for the US market. And for those of you who wanted to open up a US cheap broker with good service, we highly recommend you to start off with USmart SG, and that's the code. Make sure you use the code YVJP, okay, and you can register that, use that one and earn 400 credit. So that will be advantage. I have used this transfer my Think and Swim, which it's already been turned into a credited investor account, because they've been working previously using the free commission business model. It didn't work out, so now they have to string down a bit. So now I'm moving into the US Smart Hints here. Check out this one, a pretty good, very efficient, very good US broker approved by MAS. Alright, so as a summary, before we look at Kevin, can you trade options on US Smart? Definitely yes. You can trade option that. The answer is yes. So US market looking slightly toppish right now for this week based on the chart in here. As expected going to December, but in line with no rate hikes. So there are no rate hikes, you'll see a little bit of profit taking. Market might back off a bit and then push up for the December rally towards the end. Robie FA is pretty good for those of you who wanted to wait for longer terms. That's always been my case, right? If not, you can stick to the more popular tech stocks, tech, semiconductors, all right, and do that. I think you'll be fine. Okay, our Series 2 VSA 360 orientation is still on, okay, 7th of September to 7th of April. Like what we did every 6 months, we have this Series 2 where we invite our members of the public to join our premium membership to be guided for all our mentoring. And you can get your trader and investor need assessment in here. There's a questionnaire, so you can use the code in here. Find more if you're not a member yet or premium members, you want to check out this too. Alright, so those our members who've done pretty well and follow our program has benefited, as you have seen from their testimonial, which I've shared with you. And I do hope that if you're not a member yet, might want to consider that. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube. Okay, so and these pricing, which we've always been talking about, and the good review that we have. Alright, let's take a look at IVZ. I'm just going to use the trading view right now. IVZ Investor Call. Yeah, still looks good. All right, you can see here double top, just like any finance, XLF. Okay, look at XLF. So you do a comparison. Now, if you are buying IVZ, this is IVZ Invesco, right? It's supposed to move better. You see, XLF will be a much better stocks for it. This case, you can see that comparison in terms of performance, right? You can see how much this thing has moved below. It bottomed up on 23rd, bottomed up on 23rd also, but you see how much it go up, right? So usually that's how we want to measure the performance. This one is up 11%, and this one is up only, also 11%, so it's not too bad. 12%, so it's pretty good. All right, so let's wait for another breakup on the upside in here, then we'll see we're gonna go from that one. Okay, any other stocks besides Kelvin in here? All right, if not, thank you for coming. By the way, the Wednesday live Facebook that we do at 9:30 will be cancelled because I'll be on a business trip, but I'll be back next Friday for the breakfast show for VSA 360. So just do take note that the Wednesday live Facebook has been cancelled. So we're going to be putting something else in lieu of that one. Thank you for your patronage, and I hope you learned something today. And let's take a look at those shares as we come back in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye.